I pay off my credit card right away, does that impact my credit score in a negative way?
Question. Let's talk about it. So when it comes to paying your credit card, there are only really two dates that you need to worry about, which is your payment due date and your statement date. Let's say, for hypothetical purposes, that your statement date is on the 13th and your payment due date is on the 18th. What is the difference between the two? So your payment due date is the date in which the minimum payment on your credit card is due. That means rain, sleet, hail, snow, you need to make that payment. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll get a late payment on your credit report, which will drop your score up to 100 points. Very important. Your statement date, however, is the date in which that lender is going to take whatever balance you have showing on a credit card and report it to the credit reporting agency so that it shows on your credit report. Now, why is that important? That's important because in order for your credit to be in good standing, you want to make sure that your utilization is always below 10%. 30% is mediocre, 20% is okay, but 10% is ideal, and it's going to make sure that your credit score is as high as it possibly can be. So for example, let's say you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit and your target utilization is 10%. That means that you don't want more than $100 of a balance sitting on that card by the time that your statement date hits, to make sure that you're below that 10% range and that you're using that card to strengthen your report as much as possible. Now, going back to the question of the young lady at the beginning of the video, can paying your credit card early hurt your credit score? No, it can actually help it, especially when you know when your statement date is, because now, let's say we have a credit card with a $1,000 limit. Yes, we know that by the day of the 13th, we do not want more than $100 showing on that card. But what that also tells us is that from the first going all the way to, I'll say like the 9th or the 10th, we can pretty much use $500, $600, $700, $800 of the cash that's on that card responsibly, of course, with the money that we actually have. But just as long as we make sure that by the 13th, regardless of however much money we were spending from these days and this day, by the time this day comes right here, as long as we have an $100 limit showing, it don't matter what was happening any day before that, we're good money. So no, paying your credit cards early is not going to hurt your credit score. In fact, it can actually help it if you understand statement dates, payment due dates, and you're using it strategically to make sure that credit card is making your credit report stronger.